What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I need to tell you about the results of that poll that went and happened over in Japan. Now, for those of you that missed it, there was a poll that happened over in Japan, like I kind of just said. And the point of that poll was to find the 10 most popular cards. It is worth noting that it was, I believe, super rare and below. Secret rare and all of that were unfortunately not eligible. And they did this poll, and they were trying to decide the most popular cards to reprint, I believe, as box toppers in BT6. Well, that poll has now concluded, and the results have gone and been published, so we should go and have a little bit of a look at which of these cards are going to be coming out. Now, obviously, at the moment, I can only show you the regular art version of them. I apologise. There will be alternate art versions. We just don't know what the alternate art looks like because the alternate arts have not been revealed. My apologies. But they are coming in BT6, and I believe they are coming as box toppers. Don't quote me on that yet. And for me, the most interesting one of them is actually Phoenixmon. You see, what's so cool about Phoenixmon here is that Phoenixmon is actually a starter deck card. As it stands at the moment, Phoenixmon is exclusive to the starter deck. If you want to get Phoenixmon, you've got to get, you guessed it, the starter deck. Now, it is interesting to note that it's not a phenomenal card. It is your generic level 6 vanilla. I.e., it's 10 cost to play normally, which is cheap, 2 cost to digivolve, which is cheap, 12,000 power, which is powerful, but that is what it is. It sees a bunch of play, but it's not an absolute powerhouse card like that. But it does make me think, like, with the starter decks becoming harder and harder to get over time, especially in Japan, where they were printed, well, near enough, like 8 months ago at this stage, I believe. It is interesting to note people didn't actually go for more starter deck cards. Hey-ho, this is going to be easier to get hold of. Now, in terms of the real headliners, I suppose there are a couple that should stand out a little bit more than the others, just in terms of, hey, they're fun, shiny cards. So Millenniummon is coming along. Now, Millenniummon is a level 7. It's a kind of big, impressive level 7. Originally came around in BT2 as a super rare. It sees a bit of play here and there. You get to return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of their deck when you Digivolve, and on deletion, if you've got any Digivolution sources, you just get to replay it. It's a pretty cool card. The other one which is coming along here is actually CHAOSMION. CHAOSMION Valdur to be precise. Again, we got a super rare level 7 here. When you Digivolve, you get to twice remove 7,000 power from one of your opponent's Digimon, and on deletion, you gain free memory. I mean, it's the only level 7 that can actually Digivolve from a yellow Digimon. So to be honest with you, it sees a bunch of play in yellow decks just because when you're talking yellow Digimon, this is quite literally your only choice. All the other colors, or most of them have other options, but if you're talking yellow, it's this or nothing, ladies and gentlemen. So it's kind of cool. Now, those are the level 7s. There are a couple of level 6s as well. One we've seen. Another one that makes me happy, because I actually really want to see an alternate art of this one. It's a very cool. It's Megagargomon. And I like this. This is, I'm playing around with a lot of green decks. I like playing around with green decks. So you give me a rather lovely Megagargomon here, and I'm about to get just a little bit excited. Now, we haven't actually got this one yet, but it is coming along in Booster 1.5. We're going to have it really soon. And when you Digivolve, you suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and it doesn't unsuspend during their next unsuspend phase. And on your turn, while your opponent has a suspended Digimon, you get security attack +1. And when you Digivolve into it, that will give you 2 turns of a suspended Digimon. So you can see why this one adds up pretty gosh darned quickly. This, for me, is maybe my favourite one of them. I want to see how this one actually goes and shakes out. Now, apparently, we seem to be going in just order of, or reverse order of level here. Didn't really plan it, but we might as well. Let's have a little bit of a chat about Aldamon. Yeah, that's right, Aldamon's getting an alternate art reprint. Wouldn't have been my first choice either, but hey, I didn't do... I know I didn't do the poll in the end. Sorry. It's got security attack +1, and it's one of these hybrid Digimon. So while it has a hybrid form or a red Tamer Digivolution card, i.e. if you've evolved it from something that evolved from a Tamer, you get an extra 4,000 power. That's pretty good. If you're playing these kind of hybrid-y kind of decks, this seems like one to get a little bit excited about. We've also got ANGEWOMON coming along. Now, this is the ANGEWOMON from BT3, the one that is going to be in our booster 1.5. And this is kind of a cool card. I mean, ANGEWOMON, remember, is a very popular Digimon as it goes. But when you Digivolve, one of your opponent's Digimon gets security attack -2. So stop them attacking. And it's got an inheritable skill whereby if you've got 3 or fewer security cards, you may play a yellow level 3 without paying its memory cost. And this is a very, very cool card, but most of the time people are going to play it for Loosemon. People are looking for things like this to play Loosemon for free, because Loosemon's a level 3 with 10,000 power, and when you play it you recover 1, which is nuts. But it's also a 13 cost to play normally, which means that the vast majority of the time, you are not going to want to pay it. Well, good news, ladies and gentlemen. Now you don't have to worry your pretty little head about it, because ANGEWOMON will come in and absolutely have your back. So, on the one hand, yeah, ANGEWOMON's a really popular Digimon, but on the other hand, this is a cool card that a bunch of people are playing around with, and frankly, they're playing around with it for a pretty gosh darn good reason. The level 4 that's getting reprinted here is Devimon. Now, we've had this one for a while. This one came out in Booster 1.0. And this is the one that has Retaliate as both a regular skill and an inheritable skill, which is obviously a little bit silly. If Devimon or a Digimon that has Digivolve from Devimon gets deleted after losing a battle, then the other Digimon it was battling has to go away as well. For a level 4 Digimon to have that skill as both a regular and an inheritable skill honestly seems kind of a little bit over the top dumb good. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm kind of into it. I'm not loving purple, it doesn't really fit my playstyle perfectly, but if you do want to play purple, and obviously an awful lot of people do, this is one that you're probably going to get a little bit excited about. Now, we have got a lovely level 3 blue coming in as well. We've got Veemon. It's just got jamming. It is a 3-cost Digimon with jamming. And the thing is, I mean, in a Rookie Rush deck, this is going to be nuts, right? Like, the whole point of Rookie Rush is you play a whole bunch of really little Digimon, and you just throw them at the stack, and you know you're getting deleted as soon as you attack the stack. It's gonna happen. But it's not the end of the world, because, you know, you only played like 2 or 3 memory to play the little level 3, you can afford to give it up. Well, what really sets Veemon apart here is it is the cheapest Digimon with jamming. We've seen things like Frigimon, which is a 4-cost with jamming, but we've not actually seen any Digimon with jamming that are as cheap as this. So if you're playing a blue deck and want to get a bit of jamming, or if you're playing Rookie Rush, you are most definitely going to want to play this card. So this seems like the kind of one that we're going to ask to be reprinted. There might be a little bit of favoritism towards popular Digimon here, but make no mistake, the ones that have been voted here are seemingly ones that people really want to play with. Now, the other level 3 that's getting a reprint is one that I'm rather fond of. It's a lovely little green Digimon, and he's kind of adorable. It's the wonderful Terriermon. But it's another one of those, and we've seen a few Digimon with it. Your opponent cannot gain memory, except with Tamer effect. So any Digimon skill that would gain memory, unfortunately doesn't actually activate. You can use all kinds of Tamers to go ahead and get memory, and that's fine. That will absolutely work. But unless it's a Tamer, it ain't gonna work, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't gonna work. And then Upamon. And I love seeing that Upamon's getting a reprint here. This is definitely going to be one that people are after. I mean, in terms of level 2s, Upamon... If Upamon's not the best level 2, it is certainly up there. It's got an inheritable skill where if your opponent has any Digimon with no Digivolution cards when you attack, you draw 1. It's phenomenal in blue decks, it's phenomenal in Rookie Rush decks, as long as you're playing some blue, which you will be. It's just a really, really good option in that regard. But it was a rare and it was out in BT1, so especially in Japan, the set's quite old now. They're on BT5. So you're talking a rare from BT5 and you got kind of one per box and it was a little awkward. Well, now more of them are going to be coming out. If they're box toppers, they're obviously going to be a lot harder to find. If they're in the set proper, it'll be a little easier. Either way, these are cool and I'm into them. But I want to know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know which of these you're excited about. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.